Hi everyone, this is Miss Casinas. I am going to show you guys how to kind of get started on Corel Draw if you're interested in using it for your Gumball project. First of all, you would log into Corel Draw following the instructions that are on the Design Center board. Once you have logged into Corel Draw, you will see this screen most likely, and you will click the plus new document in the left-hand corner. Then it will pull up a screen like this. Go ahead and title your document whatever you would like. And I went ahead and titled mine Gumball Machine. Okay, now here for width, this is a little bit different. So if you're looking at your plexiglass or your acrylic, okay, the width is from left to right. So, or whatever it is you are going to print from the laser. So in this case, it'll be 10 inches, and your height is up and down on your piece of wood or plexiglass. So again, this is going to be 10 inches because our acrylic is 10 by 10. All right, then you'll go ahead and press OK, and this right here is your acrylic or the size of your object that you are printing on. From here, okay, I'm going to show you just a couple of quick kind of starter tools. This right here on the left-hand side of your screen is our arrow tool, our pick tool, okay? So if, for example, we go to our text tool and you click like that and just start texting. Say I want to put zoom on my plexiglass. Okay, then if I want to change the font here, okay, and I go, or I want to do something else, it's going to still be on the text tool. So you must go back up and click your arrow tool so that you can then select that. Okay, so now I can select it. I can go up here and I can change my font. I can go ahead and change my size. Okay, if I ever want to center something in the center of my actual canvas, okay, I'm going to press the letter P. Okay, that centered it right there in the center of my plexiglass, if that's what I wanted to do. Okay, all right, from here, okay, you can move it anywhere you would like, and that's pretty straightforward. If you would like to move this over just a little bit, okay, you can actually use the arrow keys to move it back and forth. If I want to increase what my arrows would do, that's called nudging, okay, but I cannot have this selected because that's where there's something else on my toolbar. So I have to unselect it. Then this right here, see these little arrows? This is saying, okay, your arrow keys are right here. So if I wanted to nudge it, say, an inch, okay, then I'm going to press 1.0. Now I have my nudge factor at an inch. So if I click on zoom again and I click the right arrow, I've just nudged my zoom or whatever it is I am trying to nudge, like an object, over 1 inch. Okay, so text is pretty straightforward. If you look on the Design Center board, there are examples of what that would look like. One thing to note, that if we are going to if you're going to put text on your acrylic, not on necessarily a piece of wood, but on the acrylic, okay, you're going to want to take that text and you're going to want to mirror it horizontally. Okay, that's going to completely turn it around, which means that your print, okay, where the laser prints, is going to print this on the back side so that when you screw it into your gumball machine, okay, it's going to actually be on the back of the glass. See Miss Casinas for an example, okay, but it makes it look much nicer. All right, for now I will not reverse it. Okay, on to the next part of the lesson. So these right here are our shapes, okay? So if I, for example, want to cut out a circle, okay, at the bottom of my plexiglass, I can select the circle tool, draw a circle, and you're saying, well, that's not really a exact circle. Okay, so here's where I'm going to go up here. On the top, you're going to unlock Okay, you're going to unlock that, and then say I want a 2-inch diameter circle. I'm going to press 2, I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to go right below it, press 2 again, press enter, and then I'm going to lock the aspect ratio. Now I have a 2-inch circle. Again, I'm going to go up here to move it. I'm going to go up to get my arrow, and now, whoops. And see, sometimes it's a little tricky, and I don't know why it does that. But, okay, so now I have my 2-inch circle, all right? But right now, the laser isn't going to know to cut this out, okay? In order to do that, we have to actually tell it to cut it out, and that's referred to as hairline. So we're going to go up here, right up here, okay? And you are going to click on this little arrow, and you are going to select hairline. By selecting hairline, the laser literally will cut along this circle. It knows to do that now. When I go to zoom, okay, it's not going to click on, it's not going to laser that out. All right, that is going to be printed. This is, and you're saying, oh, wait a second. Well, when I went to this circle and I went down, what are all these numbers? 0.5 was the one originally selected, okay? There's 0.75, 1.0, and I'll show you. If I wanted to laser, say, for example, a square, okay, I want it to actually laser that for some reason. And you, again, go to your pick tool, okay? So then default is 0.5. But if I click on this, watch this, 0.75, okay, you don't see much difference. But if I go to 10 points, all right, that line just got much thicker. That is what the laser is going to cut out. So it'll be a much thicker line. All right, so just for future reference if you wanted to do that. If I want it to cut it out, again, I'm going to click hairline. So if this was my piece of acrylic, all right, I would have, and I want to go ahead and reverse this, all right, so I would have right here, I would have this etched into the glass, okay, and then I would have this cut out, so I'd have a plexiglass all around here, but this would be cut out, and I would have plexiglass all around this circle, but this would be cut out. Both of them, hairline. Also, if you go ahead and you click on something, and I went ahead and just draw this straight line, and I'll show you, drew the straight line, excuse me. You click on something that you want to actually erase. If you click on it, do not click backspace, but if you click the delete key, okay, it will delete the item. So I'm gonna delete some of this stuff because okay. A lot of you are going to be asking how to, say, cut your plexiglass in half, or how to just cut maybe a corner of it. There's a couple of ways to do it, but I have found that using this, let's see, whoops, not that one, this one, this straight line connector, okay, that you can go up here and click on the edge of your document, okay, which is your acrylic, right? And then you're going to go straight down. And if you look up at the top, okay, you want to make sure that you're on that you're lining it up with your ruler at the top, okay? So there we go. And then I'm going to go over here, okay, and I'm going to change this to hairline. All right, now I can essentially cut my acrylic into 2 separate pieces. All right, well, that's just a few things that Corel Draw can do. At least it will get you started. There's one more thing that I want you to do before asking me to come in to print, and that is to actually set up the print. So we are going to go File. You are going to go to Print. Okay, you are going to make sure that up here in the printer it says Epilogue Engraver, okay, WinZig. Then you are going to go to Preferences. If you do not see this on Preferences, then you don't have the right printer connected, okay? So for acrylic, you are going to look at the design center and find the correct speed and power. So raster is for engraving. So if you're not engraving, then do not worry about that. Vector is for cutting. Okay? The most important thing here, one of the most important things, is this right here. This is your page dimensions, okay? But without changing it, it's going to tell you that your page is not right. It's not the right size. So this right here has to match what you initially put in, whatever size that is. Okay, so this would be 10 by 10, and I don't have this in front of me right now, but let's assume that's all correct. I would press OK, and then go ahead and call me over, and I will just do a double check and get the laser